Idi Amin was a brutal dictator, one of the worst of the last 100 years.
Idi Amin Dada was born in Kokobo, Uganda, and joined the British colonial army in 1946. As part of the King's African Rifles, he served as an assistant cook who proved himself to be an ambitious soldier.
While he was part of the British colonial army, he started to develop a very bad reputation as somebody who would torture people during interrogations. People who were supposed to be arrested would suddenly end up dead. The British nonetheless kept promoting him.
As a close associate of Prime Minister and President Milton Obote, Amin rose to the rank of Major General and led an attack on the King of Uganda in 1966.
There were stories that the Uganda were arming themselves to oppose the government of Prime Minister Obote. Reluctantly, Obote decided that those Uganda that were arming themselves should be disarmed, and he sent Amin to do that. But when Amin got there, he used excessive force that resulted in hundreds of people dead, property destroyed, and the king fled into exile.
After relations with Prime Minister Obote soured, Amin staged a relatively bloodless coup on January 25, 1971, and took power over Uganda.
Idi Amin staged his coup against Milton Obote when Milton Obote went to attend the Commonwealth Heads of State conference in Singapore. At first, he didn't kill many Obote loyalists, but in 1972, the year after the coup, people were literally massacred.
After establishing military rule in Uganda, Amin demonstrated eccentric and ruthless behavior.
Idi Amin tried to give himself these sophisticated titles, His Excellency, President for Life, Dr. Al-Haji Idi Amin, King of all the beasts on the earth and the fishes in the sea, and liberator from the British Empire of all of Africa and Uganda in particular. And that's not just a sentence, that was his title.
Amin ordered massive massacres, motivated by ethnic, political, and financial factors, and created a death toll estimated by Amnesty International at 500,000.
The people of Uganda coined the name Aminism. People were arrested, people were tortured, people were killed. It was a terrible period, unprecedented in the history of Uganda.
In 1976, Amin offered safe haven in Entebbe to the Palestinian hijackers of Air France Flight 139. After many of the hostages were rescued and flown home via Kenya, Amin retaliated by killing hundreds of Kenyans living in Uganda.
Idi Amin's reaction to the Entebbe raid was to become even more vicious. He killed Dora Bloch, who was one of the passengers on the plane. He then killed many of the supporters, or presumed supporters, of Milton Obote.
Amin invaded Tanzania in 1978, but the Tanzanian army overthrew his government, forcing him to flee to Libya. After accepting asylum and living freely in Saudi Arabia, Idi Amin died of kidney failure on August 16, 2003.